Hello students, welcome back. Today we'll continue with the 13th video lecture of chapter number 2 units and measurement. Today we'll start with few examples related to errors and significant figures. Okay, so let's start with example number 2.12 of NCERT textbook. So, question number 2.12 is the period of oscillation of simple pendulum is T equal to 2 pi root L by G. Okay, this is the formula for periodic time of simple pendulum. This we will study later in the chapter oscillation. Measured value of the length is 20 centimeter, known to be at 1 millimeter accuracy, and time for 100 oscillation of pendulum is found to be 90 seconds. Okay, now first let me explain you what is a periodic time, right? If you take a pendulum, it oscillates in this way. Now periodic time is the time taken to complete one oscillation. Means if it starts from here, goes at this end, come back, this is one oscillation. So time taken to complete one oscillation, that is periodic time. Okay, and the symbol for periodic time, we are taking it as capital T. Okay, so first let's write down the given thing. Okay, what is given? The length 20 centimeter. 1 mm accuracy. 1 mm accuracy means it is the least count. Least count means the minimum measurement that an instrument can measure. So the maximum possible error will be equal to the least count. Just for example, if you take your scale, the scale which you are measuring, the minimum measurement it is 1 millimeter. So the maximum mistake that you can do for measurement is 1 millimeter. So 1 millimeter accuracy, it's here. That means delta L, this will be equal to 1 millimeter, and 1 millimeter that will be equal to 0.1 centimeter. Clear? Remember, whenever the least count is given, that is the maximum possible error. Okay, the next 100 oscillation. What are the number of oscillation? 100. And the time found to be is 90 seconds. I will write down small t, clear, because it is the total time, not the periodic time. Clear? So now the formula is T equal to 2 pi root L by G. That means L raised to 1 by 2 upon G raised to 1 by 2. Square root means the power is 1 by 2. Okay, so now what will be our formula? We want to find out the error in G. Clear? So let's take a square. Squaring on both the sides, I will get t square equal to 2 square 4, pi square L raised to 1 by 2 and square L G raised to 1 by 2 and square G. Clear? So this implies that G is equal to, when I take it on this side, 4 pi square L upon T square. Clear? So this is the formula for gravitational acceleration that we derived from this. So now to find out the percentage error, first let's find out the relative error. So what will be delta G by G? Okay, error in combination of multiplication, division, power. So which are the measured quantity here? Length and time. Clear? So I will use delta L by L. What is the power of L? 1. So I'll multiply it by 1 plus delta T by T, what is the power of T? 2. But remember, here it's capital T, that is the periodic time. Okay, let's make this also capital L. So this T is the periodic time. The time given is total time. Clear? So now we need to find out delta T and T. So see here, what is the formula for periodic time? This is the time taken for 100 oscillation, 90 seconds, T. So what is the time taken for 1 second? Right? For N, the time is T. For 1, how much? So T will be equal to cross multiply 1 into T upon N. Clear? It's T by N. So what will be delta T by T? Which is the measured quantity? T, not N. N is not the measured quantity, it is number of oscillation. So T is the measured quantity. So this will be delta T by T because the power of T is 1. Clear? So instead of delta T by T, I can use delta small t upon small d. So taking it here, delta G by G, this will be equal to delta L by L plus 2 times delta T upon T. Clear? So now let's put the value delta L 0.1, capital L 20 plus small delta t. Okay, a part of question is missing. It's with 1 second resolution. Clear? So this is given in question. So delta t will be equal to 1 second. See, it is given that it is measured with a wristwatch, and you know that the wristwatch, its minimum measurement is 1 second, so its least count, that is delta t. Clear? So instead of delta t, I will write it down 1 and small d, that is 90. Clear? So now let me calculate it. 0.1 divided by 20. 0.1 divided by 20. It's 0.005 plus 2 into 1 divided by 90. It's 0.222. Clear? So this will be equal to 0.227. Okay, so the value is 0.227. Sorry, there is a mistake. It's 0.0227. So this will be equal to 0.0277. Clear? So now this was the relative error. So for percentage error in G, multiply it by 100. Let's take round figure up to this. So this will be equal to 2.7 percentage. So the percentage error in the measurement of G is 2.7 percentage. I'm repeating. First we have written given thing, the length 20, least count 1 mm. Total time 90 second, least count 1 second. Number of oscillation 100. Right? Now, what is periodic time? Total time divided by number of oscillations. So delta t by t, using the error in combination, it will be delta small t upon small t. Clear? Now this is the formula for periodic time. I had taken square and I did out the formula for G. Then found out the formula for relative error, put down the values and multiply by 100. I got percentage error 2.7 percentage. Clear? So note down this question. Next, example number 2.3. See, each side of cube is measured to be 7.203. Okay, what are the total surface area and volume to the appropriate significant figures? Okay, now see, you have to solve this sum according to the significant figures. Clear? So now, see, what is the side that is equal to 7.203? How many significant figures it is having? Four significant figures. What do you have to find it out? Surface area and volume. So what is the formula for surface area? Okay, how many surfaces a cube has? If I take this as a cube, it is having one, two, three, four, five, and six surfaces. Clear? So, what will be the formula for surface area? For one surface, it is L into B plus B into, or as it is cube, as it is a cube, right? If it is a cuboid, then it will be having like this way. But if it is a cube, means all the sides are same. So the formula for surface area is 6L square. So it will be 6 into 7.203 square. Okay, clear? So let me calculate it. 6 into 7.203 into 7.203. So that is equal to 311 upon 299254. 311 upon 299254. Now the question is up to appropriate significant figures. Now what is the rule for multiplication? Right? Find out the number with least significant figures. So here there is only not the number, the measured quantity. Here the measured is only one measured quantity. And how many significant figures? Four. So in the answer, it must be four significant figures. Now don't see that here it is multiplied by six. So it is having only one significant figure, right? You only have to see the significant figures of the measured quantity. 6 is not the measured quantity. L is the measured quantity. So 4, so in answer I will write down 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have to split it here. So up to correct significant figure, the surface area will be 311. As this is greater than 5, I will convert this to 3. This is the formula for surface area of the cube. Clear? Now the formula for volume. What is the formula for volume of a cube? It's L cube. So now it's 7.2303 cube. Okay. So let me calculate it. 7 point. Sorry, it's my mistake. It's 203. It's not 2303. It's 203. Okay, so 7.203 into 7.203 into 7.203. I got 373.714. 373.714. 7544. Okay, now up to the correct significant figures. How many? Four. There is only one measured quantity here, and it's four significant figures. So it will be one, two, three, four. Okay, I need to split. I need to make round figure. So V is equal to 373 point. As it is less than 5, I will put it as it is. Meter cube. Is it given in meter? Yes. And this will be meter square. Okay. So this was example number 2.3. So just note it down. Okay, now let's move to the next one. That is example number 2.14. See, 5.74 gram of substance occupies 1.2 centimeter cube. Express its density by keeping the significant figures in view. So what is the mass of the substance? 5.74 gram. What's the volume? V is equal to 1.2 centimeter cube. Now what's the formula for density? The formula for density is mass by volume. Mass upon volume. So what is mass? 5.74 upon 1.2. Now before calculating, let's see how many significant figures here. 1, 2 and 3 significant figures. And here 1 and 2. Two significant figures. Clear? Now when I multiply it, okay, when I multiply 5.74, 5.74, sorry, divide it by 1.2, I get 4.87333. Now applying the rule for significant figures. Find out the measured quantity with the least significant figure. So here there are two measured quantity, mass and volume, and the least one is volume with two significant figures. So in your answer, you must have only two significant figures. So 1 and 2. Clear? So I need to round it figure till here. Okay, don't get confused with addition and subtraction. In addition and subtraction, you have to calculate the numbers after the decimal point, digits after the decimal. But in multiplication and division, you have to see the least number of significant figures in all the measured quantities. So here there are two, so in answer there must be two. So density will be equal to 4 point. Now when it is greater than 5, so it will be 4.9 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, so just note down example number 2.14. Okay, students, so that's it for today. Thank you.